Okay, this is a freaking mess officially. I'm going back to the house. Well, I'm gonna let this blow over and then resume without charging, of course. So yeah, it's raining hard now. I'm soaked, the wheel's soaked, my camera gear is soaked. So we're gonna go seek shelter. Hi, what's up, guys? Second day of the range test. It finally stopped raining, right? Yeah, that was a mess. It rained up until I went to bed, so it was. There's no way I was going to get that range test in. Hey, I wanted to mention, someone turned me on to. Remember, I mentioned when I was reviewing the Nobleman gear, like, it doesn't say left or right, so just kind of eyeball it. But actually, if you open this up, someone in comments clued me into this. Right here is where it tells you which pad is for which side. So yeah, nice. Thanks for the tip. Appreciate it. I guess it's nice to have it have a stealth indicator. Other thing, I had someone comment on my Facebook comments and also on Facebook. They said, "Hey, Duff, this Nobleman gear, Alien Rides sells the same thing," and they sent me a link to it. And Alien Rides does sell this same gear. Evidently, Nobleman has like an arrangement where a dealer can get their a branded set of these, but no doubt about it, Nobleman is the one that actually makes this gear. Okay, this is their gear. They do have branding deals with other companies, but just to be clear, this is actually their gear. So when I last left you, I was soaked after getting caught in a downpour with the S22. You gotta compensate for this big ass. Stay there, baby. Just wants to roll backwards. So I just reconnected with Darkness Spot. So I did keep the statistics from where I left off. Now they have been reset because the wheel's been off, obviously. Battery's at 42%. And if I remember correctly, I think my mileage from yesterday was about 38 miles. So my goal is to just ride. I'm going to ride over to the park. I'm going to ride across the road. Skies still do not look good, but they do not look as bad as they did yesterday. So I'm just going to ride and hopefully get down to about the 10% range and see where we're at number-wise. And we're off. Here we go. The continuation of the rain-delayed range test. As you can see, like I said, clouds do not look good. But we're gonna roll the dice. I mean, I was freaking soaked at the end of the ride yesterday. Wheel was soaked, I was soaked. I just left everything out in the garage. You did see I tried to blow the water out of the inside of the wheel best I could. Let it spin out a couple times, so hopefully there's no repercussions from the riding in the heavy, heavy rain on very wet roads. So no, I do not normally get out on a Monday evening. But as I've talked about, I think I talked about it on video, I'm the kind of guy, like when I have something to get done, I like to get it done right away. And my range test feels like a book that I haven't quite finished reading, so I feel the mental need to get it done, get it out of the way. So that's what we're doing. And my intent here is to try to keep my speed, as close to 25 as I can for as long as I can. I'm not trying to baby this for max range. So you may ask, okay, so Duff, what did you learn so far after your long ride yesterday about the S22? Well, I learned that I don't like the pads, at least the stock pads. I did mention, I think if I remove the boomerang from the front, I would probably be able to move those pads up enough that they wouldn't annoy me like they were, so I might do that, I'm not quite sure. So I learned I don't like the stock pads. I learned that the suspension, even though it does work, it is definitely, out of all the suspension wheels that I've ridden, the V11, the S18, and the EX20S, it is definitely the most firm suspension of any of those wheels. I don't have any question about that. It does work, it's just not as soft. So I do plan to drop the geometry down and see what kind of difference that makes. I learned that I can comfortably cruise 30 miles an hour or plus on this wheel. As I got more comfortable with it, didn't seem like a big deal. And I learned that it appears to be pretty darn water resistant. I was literally riding through a deluge, a downpour, a severe storm, and the wheel survived. So that's great. Hi, lady jogger. Who probably thinks I'm strange. Seems like this is a pretty happening time. A lot of activity going on here. Oh, even got someone on the pickleball courts. A rarity. Nice, nice, nice. Even with the scary looking clouds, still a lot of stuff going on here. Now I'm probably jinxing myself, but I have yet to receive a single speed warning. And again, trying to keep my speed mostly close to 25. Battery levels in the 30s. And no speed warnings yet. Extreme. Gets the job done. Gets the job done. I judge it based on if I feel any sharp shooting sensations through my body when I'm doing stuff like going off a curb. I don't. I can just feel it's stiffer, but it's not enough to cause me discomfort, and that's the bottom line, right? Like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Hopefully my wireless mic equipment has dried out as well. The audio was screwed up when I got back to the house, presumably because of the moisture. Hopefully it's okay. Seems like it is, but I won't know for sure until I watch this back. Did you guys see that DJI finally released their wireless mic setup? It's dual wireless mics, has all kinds of great features. I'm definitely going to be getting it at some point to upgrade my Rode Wireless Go setup, even though I have 2 of those already. But I really like that new DJI wireless mic. Okay, I've done about 5 additional miles. Darkness spot showing a rolling voltage of 20, or battery level of 26%. So I'm gonna head across the road here and just burn some more battery. Burn, baby, burn. I'm getting hungry. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Okay, here we are on the long, empty, and straight streets that make up the majority of the area that I live in. Most of the streets are like this. So do you think KingSong will ever add the ability to display Imperial measurements on the onboard speed display? I just can't imagine that's very hard to do, but maybe it is. I don't know. But I know there'd be a lot of people that would appreciate it. So when do you think I should get around to selling my Sherman? I don't know, man. I'm so attached to the thing, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, I mean, really, when I'm going to go far, when would I take the Sherman instead of the EX20S? Not very much. Although the Sherman with my Frankenstein seat modded, I can actually sit on that thing, but it doesn't have suspension. So I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to think more seriously about selling it, because my credit card bill would definitely appreciate it if I did. Okay, darkness. I'm down to 19% according to Darkness Bot. To be quite honest, it's dropping a little quicker than I expected on this second leg here. I'm just checking my stats in real time. Wheel still running incredibly cool, 84 degrees. Yeah, that's another thing that I learned. The S22 is the coolest running wheel I've ever seen. It's incredible. All right, so it says we've gone 8 miles, so that would put us at about 46 total. It says battery is at 19%. I'm gonna head back closer to home and maybe go up and down my road once, which will be another 4 miles. I don't know if I'm imagining it just because the battery's lower, but it almost feels like I have a slight tilt in the pedals. I don't know. It could be just the power of suggestion, but that's kind of what it feels like. So I'm gonna head back towards my house and try to get down to 10% on my road. Okay, the beeping darkness spot just dropped out for a second for some reason, but we're back. Okay. You know, I'm a tech guy. You know, it's kind of what I do for a living, and sometimes it's funny when I don't utilize tech like I should. Like, you know, when I'm checking darkness spot on my Apple Watch, I would bring up the screen with all the icons, find the darkness spot, because it won't stay on full time. I think there's a way to make it stay on full time. I've never bothered to do it. But anyways, I'd find the icon for darkness spot, you know, scroll through, you know, I don't know, 50 icons, hit it, it would show the darkness spot screen. Well, Apple Watches and Apple devices in general, they have this great thing called Siri. You might have heard of it. I can just say, hey, I can just launch Siri on here and say, hey, open darkness spot. It opens it. Mind blown, right? Yeah. Just gotta laugh, right? Just gotta laugh. I have dropped my speed closer to 20 miles an hour here, just to be safe, because I'm not really sure how the S22 reacts at low battery. You know, I now know the EX20S doesn't even care all the way down to 10%. I was still hitting 25 without any noticeable issues. So, but I don't know what the S22 will do. So I want to make sure things are kept under control here. 20 is fast enough to finish out the pack. And to be honest, if I can get to around 50 miles, riding as fast as I did for the first 60% of this battery pack, I'm good with it. I had someone that commented on the video yesterday. He said that he was about 190 pounds riding weight, so very close to me. And he said that he got 60 something, 65-ish. Now I don't know what kind of speed he was doing, you know, because obviously the slower you go, the more range you will get. But yeah, he got 65 miles out of his S22. Not too shabby. I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about my my Nobleman gear at this point. Editing back the video, I've noticed that I did talk about it a lot, but I do like the gear, and I wanted to tell you an honest story. Like yesterday when I got back, my hope originally was that I was, you know, going to wait a little bit and then go back out. I thought the rain would stop and I could go back out and ride. And I was so confident about that I went back in the bedroom and just laid down in the bed and was watching a movie on TV for like an hour. And and this is, I'm not kidding, I was laying in bed with my Nobleman elbow guards and knee/shin guards on the entire time. Because they're lightweight and comfortable. There you go. Honest, I did. Now down to 15%. So I'm thinking back on my street, up and back. It shows the mileage in the app as 10.4 miles. So if I do up and back on my street, that's another 4 miles. So yeah, that might actually get me a little bit below 10, but okay, that's fine. I'm still cruising 20 miles an hour, so no problem with that. Battery is dropping pretty quickly. Back on my street now, it's at 13%. I'm gonna stop for a second to see what it rebounds to. Let's give it a minute and see what the pack rebounds up to. Okay, pretty much stayed at 13. So we're gonna cruise. Maybe not to the end. We'll see. Down to 11%, but still, I'm still cruising right around 20, man. Still seems fine. Not sure how far I want to press my luck. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next side street and then turn around. Not quite to the end, but pretty close. We have now dropped into single digits, according to Darkness Spot, 9%. 9%. Okay, just swung a Yui. Last leg, 8%. Says that we've done 12.5 miles on this leg. But that is app distance, so we know that's a little generous. I am kind of surprised that there's been not a peep out of the wheel. Not beeping, I don't think it's tilting me at all. It's just still trucking along 20 miles an hour. Kind of weird. I think I want to check the KingSong app when we get back to the house. It just started beeping at me. Okay. Let's speak of the devil. All right. I guess it is low. Darkness Bot. Let's see what it says. We're slowing things down to be safe. 4%. So I think probably once we got below 5%, that's what started the beeping. So we'll slow things down. It's okay, S22. Don't worry. We're almost back. Still doing 16 miles an hour. We're gonna make it without walking. We made it. Could not have gone much further though. Yes, I know. I know. I know. Evidently that icon means I'm low, charge me. All right, Darkness Bot says we are at 2% if I saw that right. So I have run it down to pretty much fumes. I don't know that I've ever done a range test down to 2%, to be honest with you. All right, so according to Darkness Bot, the mileage on the second leg was 13.6 miles. Let me screenshot that. Temperature 86 degrees, still incredibly cool running wheel. So 13.6 plus, let's see what I had yesterday. It's not annoying at all, right? Yesterday was about 38 miles. So that's 51 and change. So figure in the app, your range is probably going to be at least 5% higher than reality if you timed it with a GPS. So I would say probably by GPS it would be high 40s, close to 50. So I'll take that. And does that annoy you? That sound annoys me, so let's turn it off. There you go. Night, night. Night, night. All right, so range test complete. Nice. So, I mean, for a 2200 watt hour battery, that was a decent performance in my eyes, considering, you know, for the first, like I said, the first 60% of the pack, I was going 25 to 32, 33 miles an hour for a good portion of that. I was maintaining a high rate of speed yesterday. So to get right on the cusp of 50 miles, riding that speed, the second leg, you know, the last 13 miles, I was doing more like 20 to 25 for most of that, but still, that's totally doable. So yeah, there you go. Real world speed, I would say you could, at least in my case, my conditions, yeah, 50 miles. 50 miles out of the S22, not bad at all. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're gonna subscribe, you can hit the notify bell that's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Big thanks to my channel members. Last time I checked, I have 18 of them. Right here's the list of current channel members. You can join the channel. A number of perks. If you hit the join button, you'll find out what those are. And yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. There's gonna be a lot more S22 and EX20S videos coming down the pipe. I do plan to I want to do a speed run on the S22. I want to see if I can hit, you know, the 70 kilometer an hour top speed, 43.6 miles an hour. I'd like to see if I can do that, but not today. So that's all I have, guys. Thanks for coming along with me. Again, if you're interested in that Nobleman gear, noblemantech.com, code DUF, lowercase DUF, get you 5% off, if you care. So that's it, guys. Hope you have a great week. Duffman out. What do you think, honey? You bummed out because you don't want to use the kickstand? You don't have a stand that will work with your S22? Well, here you go. I've released an XT model of my stand, available on eucarmy.com. Tall enough that you can put your S22 on there and have it sit like a normal wheel if you want to. eucarmy.com, did I already say that?